What's up, Expat Pad fam? We're back, or we're almost back. We're almost back to Berlin. We're leaving pretty soon, but I wanted to do another video about what we're packing and what we're not packing. So it's a little bit of deja vu. After learning from some mistakes and whatnot, I think we're gonna get there with a little less stuff. All right, so let's get into it. I want to first go over what we're not packing. So on Instagram, there's this influencer. She does German tutorials and whatnot. And she recently posted something about the Buffalo Bills. This is during the playoffs, right? And so I commented, and I'll put it right there. And it was basically, when I wear sports apparel for my teams, right? Whether it's the Washington Commanders, the Capitals, the Trailblazers, etc., right? It's always that shared camaraderie. But what I realized in Germany, two things. If they're wearing a team, they're probably not a fan. For example, New York Yankees is just a logo that is universal. So you might not be a Yankees fan, but you will rock a New York Yankees hat. The second thing I learned is that Germans don't really like talking to strangers. And so if I saw a person wearing a Washington Nationals curly W, I'd be like, hey, go Nats, right? And then they'd be like, just give me a vacant look. And it was somewhat discouraging. So with that said, sort of going to be more low key on what I'm wearing in terms of representing my teams. So first of all, right, last time wore this Yukon Paige Becker shirt a lot. Outside of maybe the popularity of WNBA, Yukon isn't far reaching as I thought it would be. I basically got a lot of stares of like, why is this guy wearing this shirt with this girl on it? So that's not going with us. And if Paige Becker's was, Paige Becker's is pretty well known. I also wore this shirt. And this is LSU's Aaliyah Finnegan. She graduated last year. She's also the one of the gymnasts that represented the Philippines. So I had this shirt. I wore it maybe like once, and that was for the European Gymnastics Championships last year in Leipzig. And I just felt, like no one really knows what I was wearing. So I'm not going to pack this. Jaden Daniels, not rocking a Commanders jersey. Usually I only rock this on Sundays during football season or, during games. So that's going to be passed. And same thing, right? Nationals, Capitals, Ovechkin, PDX. For Portlanders, we know what this design is. But outside, when people ask from Germany or like, oh, where are you from in the United States? I'm like, oh, Portland, Oregon. Either they'll say Nike, which is Nike, right? Or they say Portland, oh, like Maine. And I said, no, it's just above California. And California is very well known, so they know a good starting point there. All right. Another thing that I got flack on was bringing a water filter. Germany, specifically Berlin, has really good water. And it's also very high in minerals, or minerality, if that's the word. And the minerals would basically destroy the water filters within a week. And we didn't bring that many filters. There is no point. We just are drinking from the tap this time around. In the video, I was also going to pack a toilet wand. I didn't end up bringing that. I'm not going to bring one. In Berlin, there's just so much available, right? You can get whatever you need while you're there. So when we first did the long trip to Berlin last time, we took, let's count, 2 big blue suitcases, 1 big white suitcase, 2 medium white suitcases, 2 carry-ons. I know I'm counting weirdly with my fingers, and 1 like suitcase / carry-on size. So like 8 bags, and then 2 backpacks. So that was a lot. And some of our friends were like, you guys overpack, right? So we're trying to minimize how much we're packing. And so now we're down to 2 big white suitcases, one medium white suitcase, one medium blue floral suitcase, which was like a leftover thing from an Ireland trip, two carry-ons, and two backpacks. So we're basically, I think, like 2 suitcases down. And what wasn't captured in the Berlin video when we were coming back home, so if you remember, we went from Berlin and then we shipped our luggage to Amsterdam because we were doing 2 weeks in Greece. And the things that we couldn't put in our luggage that was going to Amsterdam, we had to go to like the Spatties and use DHL and the post office and use DHL to like ship our stuff to the States. And we were like running around. We almost missed our flight to Athens because I took the wrong bus to get to a Spatty. Anyways, I bring all this up is because like we packed things that we were going to use one time. So we had actually 2 sets of walking sticks and we only used that for like a part of our Greek trip. So we're not packing these. What are we packing? Let's move over. So this jacket, this rain windbreaker. I have a pair of, you know, casual black sneakers. I'll wear that with like suits because I don't think I'm going to do anything too dressy. My normal shoes that I'm wearing, like my New Balances, and then these New Balances, which are for the gym, because the gym that we went to, it was a rule that, you know, you cannot wear street shoes in the gym. So these shoes are only for the gym. Inside here is a portable, oh gosh, it's almost fell out. Portable monitor. So with Diane's working from a remote location in Berlin. This pack is some socks. I don't need to show you my socks. This pack are underwear and boxers. Definitely don't need to show you that. These are razors. This is a 16 pack. So I'll shave like every 4 days, which is much more regularly than I do shave when I'm here in the States. I saw this one YouTube video about a travel hack where you buy one of those like over-the-door shoe organizers. And so I bought this. It's pretty low profile, just in case where we're staying this time around is going to have limited storage space, and you know, Diane or I need to just put our, you know, our toiletries, etc. That's what that's for. A couple of belts. All right, so this one's really weird, but applicable. A table tennis set. And the reason why we're packing this is because in Berlin, they just have all around the parks are just these table tennis. And so people after work, they'll play table tennis, drink beers. And so that's what we'll be up to. This is a deck holder for cards, but cards aren't in here right now. It's actually a carbon monoxide portable detector. We got an email from Airbnb just say like, hey, you might want to buy one. And so whatever, it's worth it, I think, just to be on the safe side. So clothes wise, pretty standard fare. I got the pack of Kirkland socks from Costco. So these socks are your everyday wear socks. These socks are more of your like when I'm working out, etc. And different lengths, like these are ankle, maybe no-shows, because I'm a millennial. All right, sodium chloride. These are medicated eye drops. These are a necessity for me, and my contact lenses. Some gym shorts, some athletic gear, some undershirts. Athletic gear is from Lululemon. That gray suit I usually wear, my go-to, is from Uniqlo. Jeans are mixed from Nordstrom or Costco or Amazon. And then we have some button downs in case I need to be a little dressier. So a white button down, sky blue button down, both from Lululemon. And that is, what's this? Oh, I have like just random braces, like ankle braces, wrist brace, just because I'm getting older and I need that support. So yeah, that's what I'm bringing in this suitcase. Oh, and lastly, for this video, I've been collecting a bunch of hangers from the dry cleaners once we get stuff back, wire hangers. Last time around, we were in a hotel and they gave us like maybe 5 hangers. And so we had to go to TK Maxx, not to be confused with America's TJ Maxx, but TK Maxx. And we bought hangers, but we ended up leaving those in the hotel. And so we're just bringing these and then we'll just toss them or donate them to a dry cleaners in Berlin. This time in Berlin, we are not staying at the same place, so I'm excited to show you our new location. It's an Airbnb. One of the things that I'm most excited about is that it will have its own washer dryer combo unit. If you remember from previous videos, the dryer and the washing machine was in the basement of the hotel, and a lot of times I would go down. Now we were on the 7th floor, and we would go down. Sometimes it was not working. We're not working, and the machines were taken, and so I'd have to lug it back up. And their dryers were just, they took forever. And a lot of the times we just had drying racks, and we probably still will do a lot of on the drying rack. But just having it available inside our Airbnb is just going to be so convenient for us. So we're excited about that. All right, so that does it for one suitcase. And I will show you in another video what I'm packing in other suitcases and our carry-on. All right, well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.